I found this interesting video on YouTube. It reports about an extremely low frequency transmitter being used by German officials abroad. My subtitles give further explanation to facilitate understanding the message.
Andrew McCroskey is an official working for the Canadian government in Ottawa. In his spare time, he runs a group called Planetary Association for Clean Energy, PACE for short. PACE thinks the Russians are using a Tesla transmitter to affect the way we behave.
Now, the signals, especially the one that you see on the oscilloscope, which are magnetic only, and by the way, that's the Soviet signal, that happens to be something that can work on my brain and anybody on this planet at this time, because it is the same frequency in the same frequency range, and it is also the same type of activity that goes in our brain. That is the terrible thing about the Soviet signals, the capacity to impose on the way people would, quote, think. This thinking I'm talking about is the thinking of being peaceful, the ability to be calm, the ability to rationalize, are all affected from a purely mental point of view by signals of this nature.
Is there any defense? This personal transmitter puts out 7.8 cycles a second, which McCroskey says is a natural planetary frequency the body is tuned to. It swamps the incoming signal from the woodpecker. Remove the transmitter's protective field, and the Russian signal reasserts itself.
It is being used, as far as we are aware, by the German civil service. There in Germany it's called Weiterset, and it is mainly a protective mechanism to ensure that a German civil servant, especially on external affairs duty, is able to keep his composure in negotiations, or especially with other people, other countries, to make sure that they're not influenced.
The German government denies using the Weiterset, but McCroskey is sure it works.
So here we are. German officials claim to need to carry their brainwashing equipment abroad to protect themselves from being brainwashed. Of course, it should absolutely never have been allowed to German officials to use any of their secret brainwashing equipment abroad. Never and under no excuse. They should not even be allowed to bring any secret equipment. In the 1990s, I personally have experienced attacks by such equipment abroad in 2 different countries, both known not to use this technology. The BND obviously showed around its secret brainwashing and torturing equipment to get into contact with the local authorities.